always watch the series from like the psychology of the character's perspective rather than these plot points. And I think that a lot of times, because I'm focusing in a different way, and I know I'm watching it differently than most people, but I think I've cut them a lot of slack because of it, because I've said, you know, crazy shit happens all of the time, and it's what matters to me is, does the character react realistically for the character in a way that I want to keep watching it. I mean, I felt like I knew everything that was going to happen in that finale, with the exception of the last scene as well, but it didn't bother me as much because I felt like for Dexter himself, he was going down a checklist and saying, these are the things I have to do before I can leave. I have to make sure my sister's okay. Oh, she's the only way to make her okay is to take her off this life support machine. I have to kill Saxon because arresting him is not good enough for him, and also he could talk about me. Like, I have to make sure my son and Hannah are okay and safe. Like, if he's going through a mental checklist, I was okay that the show was as well, and that there wasn't as much emotion around those moments. What mattered to me was once he took Deborah off life support and he realized how emotional it was, what came after that.
Yeah.
And the fact that we got to stay with him, and through that, it was creepy. It was absolutely creepy. But the fact that we got to stay with him and watch him and see how he reacted and what he did, and I feel in a way the rash decision on the boat to say I have to protect these other people from myself.
Right.
You know, that was what mattered to me. And I didn't love the decision, and like I said, I have to say I feel like it was a big step backwards. But I feel like it was a true decision for that character? Yeah, he doesn't have any tools. He hasn't matured. He can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, to use a terrible metaphor. Like, it makes sense, you know, that you just shut down because you don't know what else to do.
So basically, what I would like also is if any of you correctly predict what would happen in Dexter's final scene.
Prove it. How are they going to prove it?
Like, if you tweeted it, like, weeks ago, months ago, I will find something to do. I don't care. I am curious if
who is going to guess that he's living the life as a lumberjack?
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, you don't have to say lumberjack.
No, I kind of want
like, if you predicted that he would fake his own death and go, you know, leave everybody and isolate himself, I don't think that you could predict that, and I don't think it's a bad thing that you couldn't predict it. I didn't want to predict the ending. I just wanted the ending to feel like it was still moving in the right direction. And if the character was going to continue, if you're going to kill him, then it doesn't matter.
Right.
You can't move in any direction. But I mean, serial killer or not, you know, anti-hero or not, you've watched this character for 8 seasons. You've watched him because you've enjoyed him. You've related or not. You've come to love him or not. Whatever. There's something about him that still says, "I want you to be okay" at the end of it. So if you're not going to kill him and you're not going to put him in jail. Nothing about that ending said he's going to be okay.
Right.
So I just felt like it was a really dark place to leave it, and that's just so depressing. And I said this in my written review too. You know, the show started with a lot of humor, and there's no humor anymore, and it fit for where the character was, but it's just really sad.
And on that note, we have to go. So,
okay.
Thanks for watching our podcast again. I am at Marisa Rothman.
I'm Danielle at Danielle TBD.
Have a great day.